Elite, the BBC version, is the greatest game of all time, without a shadow of a doubt. And I can tell you why. I remember hearing about Elite, and because there was a game that was kind of similar on the BBC called Cylon Attack, where you would sort of fly around in space and you would shoot things, and it was all right. But I remember my friend Christopher and Orlando Kelly, they were brothers, bring this magazine and said, have you seen this game called Elite? And it just looked amazing, and the review was amazing, and the kind of vector graphics looked cool, and there was a real kind of buzz about it. I remember asking for it for Christmas one year, and being at my nan's, I remember this so vividly, being at my nan's, and I hadn't got it, and it was a good Christmas, but I hadn't got Elite. And then my nan said, I've got a present for you. And I thought, oh yeah, all right. And she gave me this box, and I opened it, and it was Elite. My nan had got, obviously my mum had told her to get me Elite, my nan would never have a clue, but my nan had got me Elite. And I remember sat there Christmas Day, whatever was on TV was irrelevant, because I had this box, and it came in this gorgeous big box. I think it was one of the first games that did, you know, it was still a cassette game. And you open this box, and you had a novel. You had a novel, which was amazing. I think it's called The Dark Wheel or something, and it was rubbish, but and it had very little to do with the game, but it was great way of immersing you in the game. So you had that. You had this card that you opened that had like the basic instructions. You had a strip that you would put under the little bit of plastic at the top of the BBC that would tell you what all the function buttons did. And you had the thickest instruction book of all time. Now, I'm not really a big fan of big instructions. I think most games you should just be able to pick up and play and kind of learn as you're playing. But this instruction book was just a joy, because it told you all about the Cobra Mark III. It told you all about all the enemies and becoming a pirate and dealing in narcotics. I didn't even know what narcotics were. I didn't know that they were drugs, right? But it was like, oh, I'm going to deal in narcotics, on slaves, and all of this stuff. And it made it sound so exciting. And I remember loading it up. And on the BBC back then, the games would load. You have like a number, 1, 2, 3, count up to 10. Then you get a letter. Then it would go to 20. Then it'd be 20A, 20B, and it would go up like that. And I remember Elite went up to something like 50D, which was the hugest game I've ever seen on the BBC. And you get anything past 35, you're thinking, wow, it was 50, something like that. And then it loads up, and it's got this gorgeous kind of loading screen, where the title screen, where it's just this Cobra Mark III just twisting in space. It just looked beautiful. I remember playing it, and for the first couple of weeks I was awful at it, you know, just couldn't do it. But finally started to get into the swing of it. And it's just great, because it's two games. It's kind of two games at once, really. It's a space trading game, and it's a space shooting game. And there's all this stuff where you're docked, and you can buy narcotics, or you can buy textiles, you can buy this stuff, and you can refuel, and you can buy weapons. And that's quite fun and geeky. And then you go to another planet, and you dock, and you sell all that, and that's good. But then there's also this other game where you come out, and you're flying through this brilliantly realised galaxy, universe, and you're firing and you're shooting, and you know, and if you're in a bad mood and you want to die quickly, you can shoot the docking station so the police come out and hound you, and these gorgeous sounds, and you can hyperspace, but you could end up in like a bad hyperspace and not get to where you wanted to go, and you'd get attacked by these Thargoids. It was just awesome, just absolutely fantastic. I struggled with it a lot. The only problem I had was docking. I could never dock. It's so hard. You would have to get face onto the docking station, and then you'd have to line up so you were level with the rectangle, and then you'd have to set your rotation so it was the same speed, and I couldn't do it. I remember one weekend just docking, and it would take me like so many attempts, docking, saving it, buying some stuff, going